Nithyanandam to all the viewers on YouTube, on various different social media platforms. We welcome all of you for this special segment on the Glimpses of Paramashiva Sena. We have successfully finished the 11th batch of Paramashivasena, where participants from various different parts of the world, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Europe, from UK, from US, from different parts of the world, all of whom came and attended the program, had their breakthroughs. And today, we are excited to welcome the batch 12 of Paramashivasena participants from various different walks of life again who are here for their breakthroughs. Now, every time we want to hear something, we're very curious to know, we can speak enough about PSS, Paramashivasena, what Swamiji is gifting to the world through this extraordinary program. Giving the world a science, not just to live a conflict-free life or to become a better version of you, but to manifest the ultimate of you. And I think you should directly listen to this from the experiences of the participants who attended the program and all the breakthroughs that they have had. Paramashivasena program has been conducted for the last almost a year now, where we are hosting participants and delegates from various different countries around the world who all come and attend this 1 month free course, which evolves them, making them a member of the Parliament of KAILASA and the breakthroughs, the type of breakthroughs that they have had. And today we are proud to welcome the 12th batch of Paramashivasena. And just as they're all about to be starting and entering the Paramashivasena program, we are now going to be having participants who are going to be coming forward and sharing their journey, the glimpse into what Paramashivasena program has been like for them. And first, I would like to call upon Sri Rajesh Chandramohanaya, who's here from Middle East, who's going to be coming and sharing his journey of the Paramashivasena program, and he's going to be sharing what his breakthrough is, what has been his story. And most importantly, I just want to introduce, before Rajesh starts, I would like to introduce him. He is a member of Kailasa's Chit Sabha. He is a Sarvagnya Pita Yajaman, and I should say, even him manifesting Paramashivasena is nothing short of a miracle. And all the things that happened and how he got here and how it's been like the day one of the program that you landed here, Ayya. And now here we are on the last day, 1 month completing today. And what has been your journey like? And yes, please go ahead and you can share. And
Nithyanandamma, it's an honor and privilege to share my experiences of PSS. So basically, if PSS is an amazing experience, then getting to PSS is even a greater experience. So let me start off by sharing how I landed up in PSS. So this was sometime in May, and of course I was getting caused by some of our SJPs and talking about the powerful PSS program, and I was definitely inspired to attend the program because number one, it gives a major transformation, and it so happened that at that time there wasn't a question in my mind why PSS, because basically I was at to put a context to this, 2012 or 2011 end was when I came into the living space of Swamiji, and since then it's been an amazing journey, IA after IA, transformations and all of that. So in short, there were a lot of manifestations, as Ma has said, in terms of my dream job, in terms of wealth manifestation, in terms of my family relationships. Now I have a 4-year-old cute daughter waiting for me to go back home. All of them have been manifested by our beloved Swamiji. And the one thing which I felt when I saw Swamiji for the first time was that, a deep connection it was an overflowing love which I felt for our beloved Swamiji. And it's not that I get something out of it, but it was the tremendous love which I have for him, and that still nurtures in my heart. It's been growing, but that's how my journey was for the last 15 years. Okay. So I came at a very critical juncture in my life. Some amount of wealth has been built, some properties bought. Swamiji helped me to manifest the SJP Yajaman. So that also happened. That's an entirely different journey which I went through. But that also happened. And being an SJP, we never expected at that time we'd get 3 darshans a week, being a Chit Sabha member, being so close to Swamiji. If any of you are SJPs and Chit Sabha member, you will know the amount of powerfulness we get every thrice a week. So having said that, I reached a point where there had to be a tremendous transformation. So everything came to a grinding halt. I had to leave my job for certain reasons. In fact, I was let go because of some transition which happened. Everything, came to a kind of a standstill, and then I was kind of introspecting myself as to what is that which is happening. That is the time it dawned upon me that I need to take this greater leap, and that has to be the PSS. So definitely, why PSS? Yes, has to be done for the next level of transformation, for the next level of growth. So that dawned on me. The next thing is, how do I get to PSS? So as you would all know it, the greatest difficulty for husbands in life is the better half. So when I told this to my wife, she said, no, don't break your leg if you ever step out of the house. So it was like, I want to do PSS, but then family pressures, the pressure of taking care of a 4-year-old, all of us know how it is in the matrix. So, and then one fine day, Tattva Priyananda came on a Zoom call, and then during one of the darshans they said, Ayya, Rajesh Ayya, we are going to start a program in Antigua, please come. So I was very thrilled. It happened at 4 in the morning. Swami gave darshan. I was fully energized. At 6 in the morning, my wife woke up. I told her I want to go to Antigua. She said, no, you're not going. It was very difficult for me. So then I said, okay, one of the things which we normally do is we work at the physical reality level. We try and go mend relationships, we try and go ask something, doesn't happen. Why? Because we now need to work at a cosmic energy level. So there is this beautiful process which Swamiji has given, which is the completion process. So I started looking in and said, what is that completion which I need to do? I sat, I introspected, also took the help of my cousin Umesh Hari, and went through a series of completions. I could discover in myself what is the resistance. There was a subtle resistance in me saying that you have to travel 20 hours from Bangalore to St. Kitts or Antigua. So that kind of subtle incompletions which reside inside was manifesting in my wife and my family. So once that completion happened, one fine day my wife came up to me and said, if you want to go, you go. I don't want to keep looking at your sad face like this. Because every time I needed a breakthrough, I land up in an IAS, be it the IAS of 2012, or be it Sadashivam, Paramashivasena. So I end up doing these programs for the next level of transformation. So my wife put it back on me. She said, you have a cognition which tells you that unless you do a program, you will not get a breakthrough. Now you have to do it the other way around. Get a breakthrough and then attend the program. So told her, it doesn't work that way. You have to transform. For that, you have to attend the program. But now she said, okay, you can go. Then I booked my tickets. I booked it through US. I was very happy. My wife said, within the next day, she said, I'm also coming. The kid is also coming. So I booked tickets for everybody. Couple of days, I realized I don't have a US visa. My US visa is expired long back. And then I can't transit out of US. So then I thought, can I apply for a Shenzhen visa? Can I apply for a transit visa? Can I apply for a UK visa? So all this was running in my mind. I canceled my tickets. Then I actually wanted to uh, go in for a UK visa because they said US visa will take about 14 months for Indian passport holders. So UK visa is the way to go. Maybe 2-3 weeks you can get. Just I was about to apply, my wife says, we are going back to India. We need to go temporarily to India. So August, it was not possible. And all the while around, um there is this program, PSS program happening in Salem. It's happening in Tiruvannamalai. It's happening in Kashi. But for some reason, Swamiji wouldn't even talk about it. In one of the Chitsabha meetings, he said, Rajesh, we are having this program in St. Kitts, get a transit visa and come over there. So that's a guru walk. So if a guru says you have to land up in this place, you have to. So no questions asked about it. So that also, the other options also went out of my mind. So then August is the time when I took back my family to India temporarily. I have a Dubai residency visa, but I said, okay, fine, let's temporarily go to Bangalore, keep our expenses low, whatever. Then I applied for the UK visa. The UK visa landed by end of August. I was all set to go for September. Uh, one fine morning, Ma Prema she is the one who works with the SJP. She said, the Saint Kitts program is available. Aya, please book your tickets. So Rajesh Aya went and booked the tickets, non-refundable tickets, booked it. Then what happened? Next day, within 24 hours, Swamiji says, we have shifted back to LA. We are not doing in Saint Kitts. So then I was like, what, Swamiji? What has happened? Fine, what has happened is happened. So then I went back to British Airways. I told them, can I cancel my ticket? They said, yes, you can, if you are within the first 24 hours. And it was almost 20 hours. So I said, please cancel my ticket. And in all of this, one of the things which I really, really noticed is that I never lost money. Whenever I booked tickets and canceled it, I got the money back with a few dollars less, possibly. Second time, my ticket got cancelled. So then I was waiting. Still, things were not manifesting. So suddenly, my cousin in US, he is Umesh Hari. He is in Houston, very very active Rajya Sabha member. So he told me, Rajesh, while I was meditating, uh, there is a temple in Chennai. You have to visit the Kashi with the Vishwanatha temple in Chennai, offer the puja to the Lord deity, and then you have to make a donation. I said, what is happening? I mean, you're asking me to go to some temple in Chennai and do this, how this is going to work. He said, Rajesh, unless you do this, it's not going to move. It's something which I did and it helped me. So then I said, fine, no problem. So I booked my tickets to Chennai. I went, I stayed there. My family also came with me. I did the puja, gave them a donation. And it so happened that the temple was doing their Kumbhabhishekam. They built the tower and the temple tower and do the Kumbhabhishekam. They said this money is very useful to us. We want to do it. I said, fantastic. Here, this is the donation with all my heart. Next day, I come back to Bangalore. Ma Prema messages me and says, Aya, October Saint Kitts program is on. Please book your tickets. Went ahead and booked my tickets. All done. Then I have to get a Saint Kitts visa. So again, I tried booking the tickets. They said for Indian passport holders, we can give you only 28 days. So I booked from 30th September to 28th October. And for all we know, we need to attend this full 30 days, right? So I said, okay, fine. Let me get in. Let me see what happens. Let me go. So I get onto the flight, go to London, then switch flights, go to London, Heathrow to Gatwick. flying to St. Kitts, flying down to Antigua, which then goes to St. Kitts. 4.5 hours into the flight, the pilot announces saying that we have a flat tire. We're turning back. We're going back to Gatwick. And with the flight turned, it went back to Gatwick. So just then I had, put a request to Swami that, I have this fear of death. I want to get over it. And there you go. He manifested it. He put me through that. And all the way I had to, go back. We had to go back. There were a few others as well. Went back to Gatwick. Next day, came back to St. Kitts, but again through Antigua. We landed in Antigua. When the pilot switched off and switched on the engine, the navigation system failed. So I don't know what was happening. Somehow I'm not able to come to St. Kitts. So I put all my trust on Swami and said, I will sit in this plane. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to chant the Mahavakya. So 45 minutes into chanting the Mahavakya, the pilot announces, miraculously, the navigation system has come up and we are ready to fly. And then the flight started. There was always a doubt in me.
Wow.
There was always, yes, ma. There was always a doubt in me, midair, if the navigation system fails, where we are going to go. So put all the trust on Swami, chanted the Mahavakya. 40 minutes later, we landed in St. Kitts. Yeah, all in one piece. So the learning here is that if we have to go through so much transformation. So
Actually, I just wanted to add one small thing here, because I remember always that, Swamiji has even told long back in one of the satsangs very beautifully how it is the surrender button that you press, not the panic button. Look at all the situations. Like that, like I said, you coming to Paramashivasena itself is nothing short of a miracle. You being here for the Paramashivasena program. And the way how this whole, every step of the way, chanting the Mahavakya and, manifesting things like overnight, suddenly the navigation system of the flight comes back up. Look at that every step of the way. That is why, Swamiji tells, unless he chooses, you cannot manifest. And for you, so beautifully, Swamiji manifested it. Go ahead, Aya. You are only still sharing the entry into PSS. You still have to share all the breakthroughs you had.
Yes, ma. So the first energy darshan with Swamiji, the first thing he told me was, Rajesh Chandra Mohan, I am so happy that you are here. So, when Swamiji says something like that, it comes from his core. So that was something, really, really amazing. So, yeah. So having come into PSS, the moment I came in, felt a huge surge of energy. The whole place was vibrating with energy. The program hall, the dining room, the place where we stayed. So the PSS 11 happened in a hotel called Bird Rock, and the venue was in the same place. It felt, I mean, and that's true. I really experienced the fact that I am being held in Swamiji's lap. So be it in the program hall, be it in the dining room, be it when I'm, sleeping. And an amazing thing happened. We used to finish at about 8 o'clock, 7:38. We then do a seva, which is either a kitchen cleaning or a dining room cleaning or a floor cleaning. I personally want to do seva because that's also some kind of it's a good offering. So seva takes us to about 9 o'clock. By the time we go to the hotel room, it's about 9:30. By the time you hit the bed, it's about 10 o'clock. And then you have to wake up at 3. So which is like 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. And this 5 hours, I don't know where I'm going, where I'm coming. I keep the alarm at 3 o'clock. So if I keep the alarm at 3 a.m., Swamiji wakes me up at 2:50. All through these 30 days, I have woken up before the alarm to switch off the alarm. And this is something amazing which I have never experienced before. So what I did was I did an experiment. I switched the alarm to 2:50, thinking that I might, wake up at 2:50. If I switch the alarm to 2:50, Swamiji wakes me up at 2:40. I mean, see, it is an amazing Leela. And I, all through the program, I felt as if I'm in his lap. Some days, we all know the program is very intense. Some days your legs pain, some days your back's pain. So, I just connect with Swami with my feeling connection and say, Swami, my leg is paining, please help me. Within 5 minutes, the leg pain goes. I've personally experienced that. So, connecting to Swami at that, he says there is a spiritual umbilical cord with him. And that is absolutely true, because the request I place with Swami, he responds to that. And it's immediate, absolutely immediate. One more thing I'd like to share with you is my extension of my visa. So my visa was up to 28th October. I wanted to finish the program completely. 1st November, finish the program, go back to my hotel, and then go back. That was my, aspiration. Want to complete all the 31, 32 days of the program. That's where the full benefit lies. So I go to the visa office. They ask me to submit papers. I submit the papers. They said, keep it here. We'll come back to you. Couple of days later, I go. Again, they say, it's under processing. So I've been following up with the National Security Office, and things were not moving. So again, I went back to the drawing board. I said, some incompletion is there. Completion has to be done. So sat, did the completion. Within half an hour, Ma Prema comes to me and says, Rajesh Aya, I received a phone call from the immigration. They say that your visa is granted. You can come tomorrow and collect it. So that is the power of completion. And the completion doesn't take months or years. In this energy field, the completion is instantaneous. The moment you complete, things move. So found that completion is the key. The second thing is about the root pattern. So there was this root pattern with my teacher at about when I was about in the 2nd standard or whatever. So I completed with the root pattern. Next day, next morning, one of my classmates sends a photo of the teacher to me on WhatsApp. And I shared it with Ma also. She said, Aya, this is the way how Cosmos responds, says that you are complete with it. So the space is amazing. This space, I've never experienced it before. Of course, the energy field was there, but this space is absolutely, magical, mystical. The other thing was regarding my fitness. So I developed some back pain, some leg pain. So all my co-participants used to climb the Shiva Stamba very easily. And I had the opportunity having two very good participants along with me, and who used to quickly climb. And I was the one struggling even to put my feet there. So, I never thought I will climb the Shiva Stamba. But after 3-4 days, it manifested. The way it manifested was, suddenly I could feel strength in my legs. Suddenly I could feel my cramps have gone. My back pain is gone. I'm like vibrating with energy. And just before I, did the Shiva Stamba, I had a visualization of me doing it. I just went, climbed up. So that is really, really, really an amazing experience. And recently, Swamiji had, there were multiple initiations. One of the initiation I would like to talk about is initiation into Mauna, which is it's loosely understood as silence, but it's not silence, it's Mauna. So after that initiation, the thoughts per second have completely dropped, which means that one thing I've realized is that if you try to unclutch, you cannot unclutch. If you try to do something, you can't do. If you try to experience something, it's like you are trying to catch something which is, will slip away. So the way to do that is, in my experience, is relax. And whatever happens, let it happen. So one of the things is, to be completely open, and everybody's experience is different. When I share this with some of my co-participants and all of that, each of them have different experiences. Each one of us are unique. So my only thing is, each one of us are unique. Let's be open to receive what Paramashiva can give and Swamiji can give. And Paramashiva and Swamiji manifest in several ways that we cannot even understand. So the way to do it is just be open, receive what he has to give. And I'm sure he will give the best for all of us. And that is what he has done. So my final thought is, as I go back into the Maya matrix, which I don't want to, I would love to stay here, but then I have to go back to the Maya matrix. I feel intense powerfulness inside of me. There's a complete transformation experience that has happened. The energy has settled in me. The way I talk, the way I cognize has changed. I called a couple of my relatives, my friends. They said that, what is that you're doing? Your voice is completely different. The way you speak is different. What does that happen to you? I said, please come to PSS. You will experience that. That is the kind of powerfulness which Swamiji has, installed in me. There was this one person whom I wanted to enrich, and I called him up. I said, he said, I'm going to Jordan, I'm going to Iran, I have this lot of work to do. One message which Swamiji gave me at that time when I was talking to him, enriching him, Swamiji said, ask him to come now or never. And I told him, verbatim, I told him this. Aya, if you come now, you have to come now. Now is the time for you to come. If you don't come now, it's never. That's what I'm getting from Swamiji. So please come. So that kind of, in my normal situation, Rajesh wouldn't have spoken that way. But now there is a powerfulness which has settled in. The intensity which with I want to convey is completely different. And that's how the experience has been. So my last few words would be that enjoy the journey. And one core thing which Swamiji has been telling us in the last week is build discipline, which means that we need to do yoga, we need to do our puja, and if you are a Rajya Sabha member, once you are a Rajya Sabha member, you have to attend that. So plus the the Panchakriya and all those what we have to do. So what Swamiji said very ferociously about a week back, he was very ferocious with all of us and said that you have to develop, have to build discipline. And all in me, I was just cognizing that what Swamiji is saying is correct. Maybe I have a broken discipline. I do yoga one day, I don't do the other. So I said, fine, what Swamiji said is correct. Few days back, last 2 days back, Swamiji came and said, I'm going to infuse energy into all of you, and with lot of compassion, that you will automatically do all of these things. So I felt that extreme compassion, although he was ferocious 3 or 4 days back, Swamiji comes back with that compassion and talks to us in a loving manner, so that he can hold us and rise all of us. So that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Aya. And I just wanted to tell that each one of us, when we come to Swamiji, right, we come with, like you beautifully shared, we come with so many different, the things that we look for. And like your whole journey, you manifesting here, this itself is such a big miracle for you. But however we come, whatever might be our expectations, whatever way we come, but how Swamiji has made us manifest the way, really, even as for us as acharyas, the kind of breakthroughs, the kind of shifts that we have had, it has been like profound, because the way, the every experience of what you shared, each of it is so true. Just look back. Not just Swamiji comes, fulfills in all the dimensions, every single way. And actually, really, one more thing which really, which everyone I'm sure love to hear is your experience in yoga, your breakthrough in yoga. See, actually, when it comes, if you think about the whole Shivastamba yoga, first 15 days we spent a good time in preparing our body to perform the Shivastamba. And actually, for many of the viewers who might be wondering, what is this Shivastamba yoga? What is this yoga? This season onwards, Swamiji revived like the whole Kundalini Raju, and just wanted to share with everybody just for the best. See, Swamiji always says he wants to give the best experience, and all the way there is one group of people who follow the guru disciple lineage. Traditionally they learned the Shivastamba yoga. Swamiji was very particular. He wanted only those authentic teachers to come and teach, and the sannyasis, all of them, the supporting system, the doing yoga on the pole and the rope. I just wanted to show you all a glimpse. You all can see here how the participants did the Nityananda yoga on the pole, on the rope. You can see there's just so many. You can see these are the participants. All of you in St. Kitts, you're all going to be doing this by the end of this month. These are all the participants who started with absolutely no background in yoga. Many of them doing for the first time. Everybody were on the pole for the first time. Here you can see they're doing yoga on the pole, on the rope, by the beach, and it was amazing the way how Swamiji manifested, the way how Swamiji gave this space. And each participant had a profound breakthrough, like what Rajesh was saying. Here you all can see they're all doing yoga on the rope, on the pole. Each aspect, every aspect of the program, Rajesh has so beautifully put it in words. Whether it is, the food, the darshan, giving us energy, inspiration, aligning us to the discipline, all roles. Swamiji was there. And the kind of breakthroughs that we got to witness as acharyas with each participant, it was beyond profound. The sessions, the food, each aspect. Now, I think more than me sharing, I want to let the participants talk, because if I am so excited about it. If you let me talk, I can talk all day long. But now I think it's time for all of us to listen to from the participants further. Next, I would like to call upon Sri Nitya Yoga Shakti Swarupanaya, who came as Nitish Mittal, now going back as Yoga Shakti Swarupan. Actually, every aspect. I am so excited to introduce his sharing. I'm very eager for him to share, because his journey is something similar to what many of you might have. Because many times when you come to PSS, you decide, oh God, my job. What about my, my commitments, my job, my this and that. And I always remember, Swamiji tells a beautiful line. Whenever you choose Guru for anything, you get Guru, and you get much more than what you left for the Guru. Anything you miss the Guru for, you neither get that nor you get the Guru. Nitishaya, just to give an introduction, Yoga Shakti Swarupanaya had chosen to come to PSS, though his job was at risk. And he lost his job. He was looking for his job, and the opportunities that he had was lost. And right after he came to PSS, and you can imagine, the amount of insecurities anyone would go through in such a situation. So this was a situation that happened as soon as at the start of the program. And I remember he was all stressed out, but I'm going to leave it to him for him to share the rest of the story, how things happened after. So let's welcome Yoga Shakti Swarupanaya Nityanandam.
Nityanandama, thank you for the introduction. Nityanandama, thank you for the introduction. Nityanandam, everyone. So, my name is Nitesh, Yoga Shakti Swarupan, a very recently acquired spiritual name bestowed upon me by Swamiji. I come from UK, and I've been with Swamiji since 2017. I last did Mahasadashivoham in 2017. It's been quite a long time since I've done a program, like a long program I've been part of the UK Sangha, engaging in activities and all. So this, this PSS year, Paramashivasena year, has seen a lot of UK participants. There are a lot of UK participants who are here now, so in the November batch. So, I wanted to come to Paramashivasena, and there were two major blockers in my life, mainly. That was, one of them was my contract in my existing job was ending in early October. And I was purchasing my first apartment in UK. And of course, purchasing an apartment, you have to pay a deposit. So essentially, I was, going to have a kind of, entering into a mortgage without, so, having a kind of a contract end and without an income entering into a mortgage is always a challenge. So I was thinking, okay, let me manifest a job and let me finish these things, and then let's come to Paramashivasena. So that was something in my mind, but I had a very strong intention. I put my intention and just did completion, and surrendered to Swamiji. Swamiji, please let it happen for me. And yeah, things aligned. I got 2 offers in September. Um, I got 2 offers in September. Um, and so I took one. The other one was yeah. So basically, the other one I left, and then I came to PSS. I immediately made the decision. I booked my flights. I came to PSS. Well, there are things which happened during the flight to St. Kitts. Uh, as Rajesh ji had shared just before this, we were on the same flight. We didn't even know. So we flew halfway to Antigua and then flew back. And basically, the whole travel took 2 days. And of course, that allowed us to have compensation from British Airways, which kind of allowed us to basically my trip to St. Kitts to be totally free, essentially. Right. So Swamiji was looking after creating situations, essentially, to have us that, okay, Nitish, don't worry, it will be fine. You'll be able to travel here for free, and he did that. Then when I came to PSS, uh, you know, so I had taken the offer of a startup, and the startup was a very new one. There's always some risk. And a week into the program, the CEO of the company calls me and says that, okay, they've just come upon a lot of financial troubles, and basically the investors are not on board anymore. So they are winding down the company. They are laying off a lot of people. And I had basically not joined the company yet. So I was being laid off before I joined the company. Uh, so I have a new record, being laid off before I joined the company. And it was quite a shock, because as I told that, before coming to PSS, my main thing was that, okay, I need some income, some security, before I'm able to make up my mind to come to PSS. And here again, I was kind of seemingly back to square one. Uh, so I was thinking just for, a few hours, the thoughts came, oh no, I'll have to put in more applications. I'll have to start giving interviews. How will I manage it with PSS? Um, I may miss out on some sessions. And that was not a good context. And the acharyas at that time really helped me out with giving the right context. They gave me the context that, the surrender button versus the panic button. Are you pressing the panic button versus, or are you hitting the surrender button? Are you surrendering to the guru? And, the giving the right context, that it was Swamiji who brought me here. He has the reins to my life. If I, take it back from him, that's my decision. But if I give the reins of my life's chariot, if I gave it to, Swamiji, to Paramashiva himself, it will be a much grander manifestation in my life, right? And having that right context, I made a decision that, okay, I'm not going to touch the job applications or, anything. I'm going to be fully engaged in the program. Just be here for Swamiji, be here for myself, right? For my consciousness. And I looked at Swamiji's Atmamurti and I consciously just surrendered. I said, Swamiji, uh, you are playing the Leela of my life. So I surrender completely to you. please, I don't want to go through the harassing process of, tech interview processes once I return to London also. So please just, help me out, provide me something, some breakthrough here. And along with that, so the surrender that there, really it motivated me to just be in the program. I'm very happy that I was able to come up, take responsibility for a lot of, we had the opportunity, the great fortune to actually prepare a darbar, offer a darbar to Swamiji on the auspicious occasion of Diwali. And it came together so beautifully. Um, these it actually completed a few other things in me also. So in the beginning of the program, we had to write our ultimate reality that we wanted to manifest, and one of them was being a leader, manifesting leadership, and contributing around and having support. And that's exactly what got manifested. It got completed so much in me while we were coordinating the whole Diwali Darbar. People from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, UK, Europe, Canada, USA, and Guadeloupe, just everyone coming together, not even speaking the same language, and we, having such short amount of time to manifest things. We couldn't work from the mind. We had to manifest things, the decorations, the performances, everything. And it came together so beautifully, everyone supporting. The powerfulness, let me tell you one click that I had. The powerfulness which comes from feeling the oneness, when the whole set of participants, when they all in oneness came together, the powerfulness that you feel, because now you are not just a single head and pair of hands, you are multiple heads and multiple hands like Paramashiva, right? The powerfulness that comes from that is next level. It's Paramashiva's powerfulness. So it was really a transforming experience. And I think I should show some glimpses and all the breakthroughs in yoga. So I think, Ma, can you play the video? I think
Yes, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And I also wanted to just add one small context or an introduction rather when we are saying Darbar. So many of the viewers may be wondering what it was. But people, and that is something that was beautiful even for us to witness how the whole group came together. And I have seen once the program gets over, the whole group and the group energy was so beautiful that every one of you came together from France, from New Zealand, and different parts of the world to offer the best of your culture. And that's truly what is the United Ancient Nations, what Swamiji envisions and what Swamiji is building that through that United Ancient Nations. So whether it was a traditional Maori dance or Guadeloupe, the dance of Guadeloupe, or whether it is the Darbar, the skit that you all did from UK, US, and different parts of the world, and how you all came together in a totally different country and went around and all of you put things together and each of you offered. That's why Swamiji says he celebrates the devotion that is offered. He celebrates the devotion of ours. And that was so beautiful. And I remember you all also got the blessings from Swamiji right after the offering. Swamiji had blessed and accepted all of your offerings. Swamiji was even there throughout the Darbar. Swamiji was watching as all of you were offering. Swamiji was there throughout the Darbar. And Swamiji was directly blessing as each of you came up and offered. And it was so beautiful to see how all of you came together, worked together. And even whether it is putting up the decorations together, planning, and it was not like you had much time. But the way you all came together, and as you yourself said, when you stood up and when you took the responsibility for it, how you manifested. See, did we know what you wanted to manifest? But you see how everything came in such a way where you were able to manifest what you really wanted. You wanted to be a leader. You wanted to feel supported, experience that leadership, and you wanted people to perceive you as a leader. The whole space, you see how that whole thing came together, the ecosystem, everything around you, everyone around you supported you, and to experience that, to fulfill that aspect, and you being a leader. And just even this one sharing, I just want to highlight, he left every, like, his job that went. He just shared one photo of him being on the Shivastamba, and how that whole manifestation happened. Like, it is every single
I'll
thing.
be sharing more details about that.
Yes,
Sharing
yes,
more
yes, yes.
details
I'm
about
sitting
that.
it for you. Sorry, I just was like so excited. I wanted to share with you. And yes, I will also show a glimpse of all the different pictures that you have. Just give me a moment.
Maswarupa Priya, you can play. Yes. So this is our skit that we played of Swamiji's story from his childhood. Swamiji was enjoying this like anything. That was so nice to feel the closeness with Swamiji during the Darbar, you know.
नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे कमला नयन देवादिदेवा नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे कमला नयन देवादिदेवा.
These are some of my yoga breakthroughs. Of participants on Shiva Stambha, Shiva Sutra. This is Rajesh Ayya, who came before, him climbing the pole and doing asanas on the pole. This is 76-year-old Sri Paratma, and this is me. All participants getting breakthroughs on the pole, on the rope. It was beautiful to see everyone kept growing. Yes. So thank you for playing that video, Ma. And yeah, these were some glimpses that of my and all the participants' experiences and breakthroughs during the whole program. And now back to the story that after all of these things, within the last week now, I've had regarding the job situation, I've got 2 offers now without lifting a single finger, because so I told you I got 2 offers in September, right? So there was the other company which had offered me. They had offered the job when I turned it down. So they had offered it to their second choice candidate. So they didn't have it available anymore when I lost my job. Within the last week, I got an email from them that the person who was joining, his situation has changed and he is basically leaving the job. So the offer is up for grabs. And basically, it was so unlikely that within 1 week that person was leaving because his situation changed. and yeah. And then the other offer is from a startup. I was on a call with the CEO, just a short call, very casual. And I was explaining to her what my experience has been, my work has been on. And she was happy, impressed with that. And then, so she was saying that, okay, when you return to the UK, we'll have an interview and you meet with the team, and then we'll go forward. And then I shared where I was. I was doing the Paramashivasena. I told her about Swamiji, about all the breakthroughs that I was having. I sent her videos of my breakthroughs on Shiva Stambha, the pole, and all the yoga breakthroughs, and our skits and everything. Next day, she called me up, said that I'm so super impressed. She was also she was also looking for something like this, so Paramashivasena. She is now basically one of the potential candidates to come to PSS, right? And she was so impressed with the breakthroughs that I was getting with the Paramashivasena, and the fact that I was actually investing in my consciousness, investing into that development, that aspect, that dimension of my life, that she said, we want this energy in our company. What will you have? She is giving me a big chunk of the equity in the company. She's giving me a good package, essentially. And yeah, now I have two offers to choose from. And it just happened without me lifting a finger, Swamiji managing it all behind. He's the best manifester of anything in our life. And a part of it also, I think, contributed that all the sessions, the completion sessions, which we had. So I had the cognition that I have to prove myself. I have to constantly prove myself. I'm not enough. I have to keep proving myself. And I had to complete with that pattern during the completion sessions. The acharyas helped me dig deep, pick out all the patterns, all the root patterns, finding your root pattern and completing with that will just transform your life, immediately. And that also, I think, played a part along with Swamiji, the surrender to Swamiji. It just played a miracle and manifested this in my life. I should also share that, all the darshans which Swamiji was giving, of sudden enlightenment, they were so powerful. And I'll tell you how it actually helped me apply it. Kind of engage more intensely with the program. So on the 24th or 25th day, I noticed that I was feeling a bit complacent, and kind of, thinking that I've been doing such hard work for so many days, and I think I deserve a break, all of that. And, that's when I remembered Swamiji's words. All remembrances, all the past is the dead past. So why am I feeling, what is the difference of this 24th day from the first day when I was feeling super enthusiastic? I had no tiredness or boredom. I was completely on. Why am I not that on the 24th day? It's the same day. It's the same things that we are doing, not the same things, but every day is new in Paramashivasena. But what is different here? Why am I having this tiredness? And when I just connected with those words, Swamiji's words there, immediately I was right there, in this moment. And, all tiredness and boredom went away. And that's when I got further breakthroughs in my Shiva Stambha, in yoga, in various aspects of that we were doing in Paramashivasena. So, these satsangs were that Swamiji is revealing, the truths that Swamiji is revealing, they are so powerful and they are so applicable to, everything. So just in every moment, apply them, engage with the acharyas. I strongly recommend engage with the acharyas. They help you so much. They are here to support you so much. Just come to the mic, share your experiences, share your completion, and anything, they help you out. You dig deep. And yeah, it's been a beautiful journey throughout this PSS. And I think I should now mention, like on a grander scale. So here we are. These were some of my personal, breakthroughs of, in the world. But the program has also helped me connect with Swamiji's mission, KAILASA mission, more strongly, because here we actually, I really got an understanding of how big the KAILASA mission is, how intensely it's going on. And we, in the Paramashivasena, we are coming here as delegates. And now we are graduating. We are part of the Rajya Sabha members. We have this responsibility. So we've in the program, we were introduced to how many sacrifices that Swamiji and everyone in the KAILASA and, have been making for taking this, for bringing the enlightenment ecosystem to us. And it's our responsibility to actually support and be part of this. And it's just inspired me so much. Living the authentic Hindu lifestyle, performing homas, performing yoga every morning. This is, the experience of that is integral to being a part of the KAILASA mission. And just, and that also brings us so much to the inner circle of Swamiji, and experiencing that closeness with Swamiji is such a blessing. It's, I think that is one big takeaway that I'll take from Paramashivasena, this program, that now we are actually taking this enlightenment ecosystem to our places and actually contributing and keeping it alive is so important. It's our responsibility. And yeah, I think that's what I would like to share with all of you.
Thank you so much, Aya. And see, I just wanted to just summarize for you all. Can you imagine when you choose anything for the Guru, anything, you leave anything for the Guru, he gives you much more than you can ask. Would you ever imagine you being able to go to a retreat, share the pictures of your retreat, and the CEO of the company calls you and tells you, hey, come to my company. I saw your photos of the retreat. So please come to my company and I am ready to give you, a certain percentage of the equity. It's just like, look at the whole thing. It's so paradoxical, but it happens. Too good to be true, but true. That's what happens with a guru in your life. That's what happens with Swamiji in our life. So it was so beautiful. Thank you so much, Nitish Iyer, for coming in and sharing. You summarized so many important aspects of the program, right from what Swamiji does and the power of completion, all of it. And most importantly, when you choose, when you're just here, anybody who's having, you may think like, there are so many obstacles. How do I choose? What do I do? Here's the exact answer for all of you. Just choose Swamiji and everything else will fall in place. So thank you so much, Nitish Iyer. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing. Now, you came as Nitish, you're going now as Yoga Shakti Swarupan. So go and rock. You have a beautiful, space forward. And thank you so much for coming up and sharing. And up next, we have Ma Neetu Prabhu, who attended this program for the very first time. She literally got to know in 24 hours of her getting to know about the program. She booked her flight and landed in Saint Kitts without a clue of what to look forward to. But here she is and having a beautiful experience of the program. And I'm going to leave it up to her to share. Manitu, you can go ahead and give us a short introduction about yourself and share. And then you can, yes, you can go ahead, Ma.
Nithyanandam, everybody. My name is Neetu Prabhu. And I'm going to start with just one line. And it is Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Anandoham Anandoham. Anandoham Anandoham. I want to tell everybody that before I came here, I had absolutely no clue about who Swamiji is, about what KAILASA is. I had absolutely no clue. I was unaware, ignorant, innocent, just completely wrapped up in a world of my own. I feel very, very blessed and extremely lucky this is a complete honor and a privilege for me to even be standing here in this very moment in front of all of you. Because me just even being here in this moment itself is a miracle. I am full of stories, full of love, and my heart is just filled with so much gratitude, so much thankfulness, because I could not have even imagined all the things that have occurred in this last 1 month. Even if I would have planned it, I would not have even be able to achieve 1/10 of what has occurred in this one whole month. I've experienced so many miracles. Each day, each moment, every episode was a small miracle, a big miracle, a medium miracle, a large miracle. And I was like, what is happening? Am I dreaming or is this real? Right from how I even landed here. One fine day, on a random day, I was cleaning my junk email box. And there was an email that said, manifest and get whatever you want. And I said, this looks interesting. I had no idea what I was doing, but I clicked on it and I said, I'm going to attend this meeting. It was luckily on a Saturday. I was by myself at home. And I figured it would be a Zoom call that would last about 60 minutes or 90 minutes. Believe it or not, it was a 12-hour Zoom call, a 12-hour Zoom call. And I have never attended a 12-hour Zoom call before, but I was plugged in. I was fully glued to not just my computer, but I soaked all the teachings on that particular call. And I was very grateful to even be there. And every moment I was wondering, what am I even doing on this call? But the teachings that were coming along, there was something in it that told me that this is the truth. And so that kept me very captivated. And I just stayed and I stayed, and I didn't even realize when the day was over. When the day was over, I honestly went on just about my day, and about 4 or 5 days passed. And nearly on the 5th day, I got a call from another sweet lady, and she said, you've got to come to PSS 11. And I was like, who are you? I don't know you. And how did you get my number? And she reminded me that I attended the Zoom call, and that program was called Kalpataru. And so I put 2 and 2 together, and I appreciated her for reaching out to me. But I also very politely told her that I cannot be coming anywhere because I'm a mom, I have a job, I have a business to run, clients to take care of, home to manage. You know, I gave her a whole plethora of reasons of why I can't be here. And plus, I didn't even know what Swamiji she was continuously talking about. But she said one sentence, and she said, Ma, this is for you. Swamiji is calling you, and this is something he wants you to do for you. Now, while this is just a simple sentence, to me, this was magical because less than 24 hours ago, I was actually on a Zoom call. I was training a bunch of people, and there were 200 people in that group. And I boldly stood and I made a declaration. And the declaration that I made on that call was, I've taken care of people all my life, and I want to do something for me. You know, I've been a giver as a mother, as a career woman, as a business owner. I've just served and served and served, and I've given and given and given. And I want to be able to take some time off for me. I want to be able to do something for me. And I stood on that call and made that declaration. And so when this sweet lady told me that Swamiji wants you to do this for you, I just literally stood and said, is this really happening right now? And I took it as a clue, as an invitation from the universe. Because one of the things that I've always said, at least for the last decade, is God is on my side and the whole universe has my back. And whatever happens, no matter what happens, it is happening for my greatest good. And because I've always carried that thought, because I've always carried that notion, it was very easy for me to transition. And I told this lady, I said, yes, I will come. There were a whole bunch of obstacles. No money, no time, can't go, so many clients, kids to take care of, family to attend to. And all of these are my priorities. But in that very moment, I just decided to drop all impossibilities, jump all hurdles. And in my mind, mentally, I made a huge quantum leap into the unknown, not knowing anything, but just trusting this divine guidance. And I landed here at this program, what everybody kept calling PSS 11. Another thing that kind of surprised me was, why is everybody calling me Ma? Everybody was like, Ma Neetu, Ma Neetu. And I'm thinking, I've already got 2 children. I'm already do bachon ki ma. I've already got 2 kids and I'm the mother of 2 kids. Why is everybody calling me Ma? And it was funny because I was like, I don't want to be everybody's mom. I've got 2 kids, enough. And then I realized, oh, they're calling everybody Ma. So I kind of went with the flow and I decided and I told myself, I am here. I've made the choice to be here and I'm going to be here fully, 100%, no matter what. I am not going to ask any questions. If I don't understand something, I'm going to raise my hand, because I realized as soon as I came here, I was a kindergartner and everybody around me was in middle school, grad school. Some of them were PhDs and they knew pretty much a whole lot of things about Swamiji, about the program. Some of them were here for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And I was like, I don't even know who this person is. So I came in really blind, but I told myself, I'm here. I want to know what this is all about, because in the depth of my heart, I genuinely believed that this is the universe calling to me and telling me I got to be here. So I just held on to that one point and I stayed. And I want to share this with everybody. Even though I came here for me and I genuinely made time for myself and came here, I have been showered with so much love, so much affection, that my heart is so full. I'm so grateful, because one of the first things that I asked the acharyas when I came here is, I said, who is this Swamiji? Everybody keeps talking about him and he seems to have so many disciples, so many devotees, not few hundreds, in thousands. And I said, I'm one person. How on earth is he going to even know about me? How is he going to find out about me or know what I'm going through or why I'm here? And I cannot tell you, it was mystical, magical, and funny at the same time, because as I'm talking to the acharyas, this Swamiji shows up on the screen and he just knocks and he says, hello, I'm right here. And I was like, I just could not contain my excitement and my laughter. And I was almost embarrassed, but I was like, I just turned into a whole puddle of all sorts of emotions. And he said, I'm right here. He said, I love you, dear. And I was like, who is this person? So I will say this, I have raised my hand probably more times than anybody else in PSS 11, because half the time I didn't understand the mantras, the shlokas, the yoga, because I've never done any of these things in my life. 30 days in, I am chanting these mantras and shlokas. I've climbed up the ropes and poles and turned upside down, and it's miraculous as to what has occurred. And Swamiji has taught us so many things. I don't even know where to begin. But the one thing I will say is, the one thing that I asked for, the one thing that I've known and I've now promised is, since I've always said God is on my side and the whole universe has my back, I felt like when Guruji showed up, when Swamiji showed up, I felt like that's the connection that was probably missing, and I never linked it, but somehow the universe linked it for me. And Swamiji said, don't worry, I've got you. And I just told him, let me be an instrument of your peace, of your love, of your abundance. And whatever you want me to do, just let me know and I will do it. And I will just follow it. No questions asked. And I just surrendered. And like I said, even though I would have wanted to plan it, I would not have been able to plan it, not even 1/10 to the extent that everybody else has done here. All the acharyas over here have been very kind, very helpful. ask them whatever comes to your mind when you get an opportunity to be here at PSS 11. Immerse yourself, soak yourself, and you may have learned so many things in the past, but I would invite all of you to come to this space as an empty rice bowl. I came here knowing a lot of things in my life, but I was also humble enough to know that there are a lot of things that I don't know, and I don't even know that I don't know. And so I started from a clean slate, blank zero, and started on a blank page. And I said, I'm going to learn as much as I can. I've learned a lot about Hinduism. I've learned a lot about the Vedas and the Agamas, teachings from the Upanishads, and very, very deep truths that I've probably known and I've remembered, but I just didn't know how to put it in words. I've had very divine spiritual experiences before I've come to PSS 11, but I never knew how to put it in language because I didn't know what was happening to me. After coming to PSS 11, I realized how much I've been gifted. Some of the things, even if I share it, it sounds unbelievable, but you have to experience it to know it. It's not something that can come out of a textbook. It can't come out of a PDF. Only when you go through it, you'll grow through it. The other thing that I have to add is the yoga and the ways that your body will learn to move when you allow it to do what it does best. Because this space that we are in, it's a very consecrated, a very, very sacred space. So I'd ask all of you to respect this place, respect this space, and always do the right thing, even when no one is looking. Because this is not just a program. It's not just a course that you study, make some notes, and go back home. It'll work best when you actually absorb it, when you integrate it in your life. That's when it'll work the best, because you don't want to go back into the material world, after your 30 days are over and then join the rat race again. And this was just a wonderful experience. For me, I'm walking back not just with learned experiences, but I'm walking back fuller, knowing who I am, knowing what I can do and what I'm capable of. And that is what Swamiji has taught all of us. I have to say that it is truly an honor to not just be working with so many acharyas on the field and off the field, but Swamiji also invited a very strong group of people all the way from India to not just conduct the homas, but to also do the rope yoga and the pole yoga. And this was very new to me. And this group is called Jai Karnataka Malakhamb Academy. And when I first met them, I was wondering who these kids are, because they really looked young. And they showed us, they did an entire demonstration of really fantastic things. They were climbing up the rope, climbing up the pole, going upside down in all directions. And they made it look so easy. And I was wondering, what on earth are they talking about? We're going to do that. How on earth are we going to do that? But the teachers at the Jai Karnataka Malakhamb Academy.
An answer for that. I have to jump in here because
Yes,
many
yes.
times when we may think that, like how can our body bend? How can I do it? But that is why it is not just Mallakamba, it is Shivastamba and Kundalini Rajju. Because when Swamiji initiates, see, normally you going up and doing. And that's why many times when the masters come in and they try to, when they teach us, right, they are amazed how such a short span of time and your body is not used to being so rough and tough. How can you do it? They ask. And Swamiji so beautifully explains, because it is not just Mallakamba you are climbing, you are initiated. The Kundalini is active. Your whole body aligns, remolds itself when you go up. Can you believe when you see the photos and the videos that we shared previously, Ma Yogatma Swarupini or Yoga Shakti Swarupanaya, Rajesh Chandra Mohanya, each one of them when they went up, how they have not been earlier on it, they have not experienced it much, but how was it that they had a breakthrough? It is because of the initiation. Can you imagine, for the first time you're coming up, your body had to even adjust itself. I know it had, you got, you had to attend to it, there were things that happened to your body, so you were giving time for it to settle, but you did it. It is because of initiation. That is where our known limitations end. That is where the initiation starts. Because initiation takes us beyond your limitations, your known abilities, to actually awakening to your highest possibilities. That is why it is not just Mallakamba, it is Shivastamba. It is not just, a rope yoga, it is Kundalini Raju. It is the initiation that makes the difference. And that is what you are talking about. And also, you so beautifully put it. You asked, how come so many people are there? There are millions of followers. How will Swamiji know me personally? Because Swamiji so beautifully tells, you are not a number for me. You are a member for me. You are a being waiting to become Paramashiva. That is why, whether it is someone who walks in for the very first time, or Swamiji will remember, tell some incident that happened with a devotee maybe 20 years back. Swamiji said, when I was giving darshan, remember you asked this and I told you this. For him, each and every one of us are a being waiting to become Paramashiva. So Swamiji knows you as much as, like, you may think any senior Adinavasi, so long, such a senior devotee, how much Swamiji will know them? He knows you much more than that. He knows you much more than you know you. And that is why you're here. You're manifesting this whole experience. So you shared it so beautifully. Thank you so much, Ma.
He keeps saying, love you, dear, blessings, dears. And I'm like, it's truly amazing, Ma, as to not just what Swamiji has done, but your willingness to even answer my questions. Because I told you this on day one, that I'm so new here. I feel like a little child. I feel like, I'm barely crawling and everybody else is flying. How am I going to catch up? But both of you have been so kind to me, and all the acharyas on screen that we see, and everybody here. I've bugged everybody, asked them all sorts of questions, but everybody has said, okay, don't worry, do this, do this. And I feel like that definitely makes a huge difference, especially when you're in an environment like this, because without having that support, without having that backing, we tend to fall off. And I feel like it's very important to have that structure, that space. And that is certainly what we've gained here at PSS 11. The very fact that we did Diwali Darbar, the very fact that there were people here from Germany, France, Guadeloupe, USA, UK, Norway. I was wondering what is happening. Who are all these humans coming from so many different countries, all walks of life, all put together? We have no plan, no ingredients, nothing. How on earth are we going to put a Diwali Darbar? But I told myself, you know what? We'll figure it out. I don't know how. We'll figure it out. And we would continue chanting the Mahavakya, and we would continue saying it. We would sit after class. Sometimes it would be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. There have been days where we've gone back to our rooms at 11:30, 11:45. We're creating songs. We're creating skits from scratch. We're going back and we're waking up at 3 a.m. And I agree with what the previous participant said. Every time I put my alarm at 3 a.m., I would wake up before the alarm. And I'm not a person who wakes up in the middle of the night like that. I've been used to that. And so I'm very, very grateful. And now I'm actually looking forward to integrating that in my daily life. Commit to the yoga, commit to the puja, commit to doing the enriching and causing and helping everybody else. Because what Swamiji has taught us is, for him, if he has gone from just being him to having created an entire nation, the nation of KAILASA, over 2 decades. I mean, it's magical. It's amazing as to what he's gifted all of us. I've learned so much about Hinduism. It's fascinating and it's mesmerizing at the same time. And I feel like this message should go to more and more people so that we can all be connected, come together, and do more good in this world. That's definitely one thing that I do want to share. And for all the participants here at PSS 11, thank yourselves each day, immerse yourself in the program, do your very, very best, ask for help, and you will always move further. And do this more. Every time you feel like I'm done, push yourself a little bit more, go the extra mile. Even when you think you can't, drop all impossibilities, stop all the negative self-talk, because whether you think you can do something or you can't, either ways you're right. So tell yourself that you can, and know you can, because at the end of the day, Swamiji is with you. He's flowing through you. And so it has just been a wonderful experience. And I've shared some pictures and videos with you, Ma, I don't know if you have the ability to share
Yes.
that with everyone. Let's do that.
Everyone, so see a glimpse of what you're sharing. And thank you so much for coming up and sharing, Ma. So here we all can see the glimpses of Paramashiva Sena, the various different aspects, the right from the Homa, there's the darbars that were offered.
And I got to be Swamiji.
Here you can see.
believe it?
Offerings, each the way how the whole group came together, you all can see the whole energy. That is what the initiation does to you. That is what the experience with Swamiji does to you. And actually, the way how, thank you so much, Manitu. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing, because for the very first time within the first program itself, and the kind of breakthroughs that you have had, it is truly profound. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for coming up and sharing. And I think we have so many more people waiting to share, and it's a long list. So I'm going to keep it short because I am very excited. I have so much to share about. But now, in the interest of time, we'll move to the next person. Each of their journey, that is self-explanatory. How from different countries, different parts of the world, they come, and the profound transformations that each one of them are having. Yes, next we have Ma Parameshwari from France. Nityananda, Ma Parameshwari. Nityanandam, go ahead.
Nityanandam, I'm very happy to share tonight for this last day of Paramashivasena. I came here. I know Swamiji from 2022. A friend of mine invited me in a Kalpataru day, and I discovered Swamiji this time in 2022, and that's transformed my life. I have a new job, new things in my life, and I realized my dream to go in India. I didn't know where to go, so I went in India 3 months in Tiruvannamalai in the feet to work on the feet of Swamiji, and in September, last September, I wanted to manifest. I invite a friend to participate at the Kalpataru Day. And during this day, I wanted to manifest my own business because this is my new, it's 1 year I'm working in manifesting this business. And the night after this Kalpataru days, I have a dream, and Swamiji came in my dream. He came sometime a few days ago. He came to wake up me, and that time he came in my dreams. And I see in the sky, like in golden letters, I see Saint Kitts. It was September 20. So I know I have to go to St. Kitts. It was a response of my prayers during these Kalpataru days. And I was wondering if I can go in November, in October, November. I was wondering myself. And I was checking the airplane ticket. I was okay, I can go. Okay, I had just enough money. Okay. And next week, so it was just 3 days or 4 days before to leave, I have a meeting with a French guru ABN. And after I say, okay, Mani Radari was here also in this meeting. And I was like, oh, I know I have to go, but okay, let's go. Enlightenment, it's now. So I took my airplane ticket and I was like, oh, I took it. I think I have a lot, I have a fear who come very high. And I want to share that when you have this fear, because here in the St. Kitts, I really touched my root pattern and I really came to manifest my ultimate. And when I go deep in completion, it was like this fear I came to break, and I came to drop this root patterns. So yes, I just want to share, if I can share a little about this completion, deep completion. For me, it's very important to share about this science of healing, emotional healing. We are Swamiji offered to us. It's like surgery, a profound healing that happened for me here. And we have to spread and to share about it, because I am French. And in Europe, and particularly in France, we consume a lot of medicines to heal mental health, but it's not really healing. It's just like you see a light, emergency light in your car, and you break the light and you don't go deep to know what happened in your car. It's the same. You don't go and you don't see what happened in your body, what happened in your emotion, and you're just your don't do the job to heal yourself deeply. And I feel this completion needs to be spread. It's a ancient wisdom from rishis, from Vedas, Agamas, all this healing system. It's very important for me to bring it now in this world. What I can share, so it's I have experience very good and deep satsang and darshan with Swamiji in this Paramashivasena. And I'm very grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the food, very, very good food, Sadhvik food, and very good. And I speak about food, and people are waiting at the food. I didn't watch. Yeah, this is a food time here. And yes, I just want to say, people who are hesitate, do not hesitate. Once again, do not postpone. Enlightenment is now. Drop your fears. Come to experience a permanently healing, deeply healing here. And yes, I just want to say thank you, gratitude for everything, gratitude for the Acharya, and gratitude for all the organization and this beautiful place here. Thank you very much.
So much, Ma. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing, Ma Parameshwari. And I just wanted to share with everybody, this is the journey that everyone has. And she very beautifully also shared the context about how you need to have the right context of being part of, not just you receive the best and enjoy it, but also to take it forward to the world. And that's exactly what Rajasabha is. And she so beautifully summarized it. Thank you so much, Ma. And next we have Shri Paratmaya. Paratmaya Nithyanandam. Just to introduce, I am going to be very excited to introduce him. He's from Guadeloupe, and Paratmaya is connected to Swamiji for a very long time. And he is 79 years old and 76 years old. and he rocked on the doing yoga on the pole. Amazing asanas. He has had an amazing breakthrough with yoga, and he inspired so many others also in this season. So go ahead, Nithyanandam Paratmaya. Go ahead.
Nithyanandam, everybody. My name is Sri Paramatnanda, and I come from Guadeloupe, an island not far from St. Kitts. You know, and I am retired now, but in the past I was working on the field of physics and telecommunication. Now I want to share with you different aspects of the program. The first aspect of the program is the yoga. As they mentioned, the acharyas, I have more flexibility now, even on the mat, and I discovered the pole. Now I climb in the pole like a monkey, and when I come at the top of the pole, at the beginning, I was afraid, some fraternal, you know, not stable, not comfortable. But the last time I go on the pole, at the top of the pole, I was very stable. And at this moment, I make different asana. And the acharya, when you the asana for the pole, they say me, oh, you can do it, you can do it. And I do the Padmasana. And when I do the Padmasana, I put the mudra and Bendu mudra. And after that, I lean the body back. At this moment, I hurt my knees. And I go to the hospital. And Swamiji says, I take care, I clean the knee. But now I have a bandage. But if I put out the bandage, I can't put me in Padmasana. I recovering maybe because particularly the flexibility of the knees. So thank you, Swamiji. Gratitude for Swamiji, because now I go back, but I am not the pain on the knee. So the first thing. The second thing is the completion. We have a session of completion deeply, very deeply, and I appreciate the friendliness of the whole group, the integrity, the collective integrity of the whole group. And the Acharya give the advice, push you, and how you say, they push you and they guide you to look for deeper, to go to your road patterns. And it's an amazing thing because the completion is the basic things you have to do in this in your life. You have to be more and more complete. So don't miss the session of completion and go very strongly in this session of completion. The third is the darshan and the satsang of Swamiji. Amazing darshan. I experienced myself the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, a state of silence, a state of peace inside myself. And I can say it's you can't describe this state. I've seen on third eye blue color. No, you have to be in the program. There is nothing to describe in the program. All presence of Swamiji, all satsang of Swamiji, all the darshan of Swamiji, you have to live it, and not to describe it, to live it. So I can say during this program, I was waiting for Swamiji, and the powerful cognition Swamiji gives is so amazing, so important. For example, I can share only one, because we have no lot of time, only one. You are not only the body, you are not solid as you think, you are not liquid as you think, you are a quantum energy field. Means in the quantum physics, you have an infinity of possibility open in front of you. If you are a quantum energy field, means you have possibility to manifest what you want and when you want. You have to cognize that, to internalize that you are a quantum energy field. I can share about other things, but the time is too short. The thing I want to share also is the fact that the PSS program is not only a program where you learn something, you learn. Sure, you learn. You rise yourself, and the third importance is the mission of Swamiji. Listen very carefully, because the mission of Swamiji, if you look deeply, you will see the immense, the tremendous work Swamiji has done to raise the consciousness of the humanity. If you don't raise the consciousness of the humanity, there is no spirituality. If there is no spirituality, there is the chaos in the world. And you see now that the world is not a chaos, and it is a need, a survival need to reach what you call the critical point. And beyond this critical point, you can have more consciousness, more people who live in the consciousness, in the higher level of consciousness. So I am proud to be part of this contribution of the work of Swamiji, and all the participants of PSS are the goal, the purpose, the goal is to be part of the contribution. And in every country where you are, you have to push. And the idea I get from this is to look for different way I have not for the moment explored. And at this moment in Guadeloupe, for example, we have a lot of people. We have lost a lot of people, but we have to try how to come back, how to go to the Hindu diaspora, to go to the other peoples, and we have sufficient material, sufficient things, and we are working also with books to put books in French, to transpeak book, etc. So it's a mission important, and all the participants of PSS have to know that. It's my profound conviction about that. So I thanks Swamiji. I offer my gratitude at the Acharya, at everybody, at the person of the program, and I finish in gratitude and love with my Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aya. Thank you so beautifully for sharing. And you spoke in the field of the quantum, how we're all the quantum fields, and I know you're passionate about it as well. But how Swamiji can, every field, every aspect, he manifests, he gives you that ultimate and fulfillment. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing, Aya.
Thank you.
Actually, next we have Ma Yogeshwara Jnani. We have Ma Yogeshwara Jnani.
Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead, Ma Yogeshwara Jnani. You can give a brief introduction
Yes.
of you. And I'm
Nithyanandam.
also going to have to request you, because we have a lot of people waiting to share. In the interest of time, I'm going to request you to keep it a little short.
Nithyanandam, I'll make it short and concise. Good evening, everyone. My name is Yogeshwari Jnani. I'm from France. I would like to state a few points that I gained from participating to PSS program. First of all, it's the completion. I was not a fan of completions. Why? Because it hurts to go back deep, touch the wounds of your life. But I was happy that I managed to understand what completion was all about, and especially with the presence of all other participants. I really enjoyed it, and now I fully know how to avoid putting excess luggage into my inner self. The second point was the yoga classes. Actually, I had breakthroughs. Over the years, I gained lots of weight, and I had issues doing exercising and accepting my body the way it became. And doing yoga with the help of Swamiji, I managed to do poses that I was not able to do for so many years. And for me, that's the cherry on the pie for me. Even inverted postures, I've been able to do them. So for this, I'm very grateful. Grateful for the acharyas, also the yoga acharyas, and the rope yoga and acharyas too, because because of the way they encourage us to go beyond what you think you're able to do. Now, there is the satsang and initiations of Swamiji. Actually, I thought I was sleeping when Swamiji was doing satsang in Tamil, but actually, no, I was gone to Turyatita. This is what happened to me. And my head was as if somebody was taking I don't know, my brain upward. I was somewhere else. I don't know where I was, but I was fantastic. And the amazing part of that is that being in that state of consciousness, I was able to grasp the teaching, what Swamiji was saying in Tamil, a language I don't know. So that was amazing. The other thing is I enjoyed the collective integrity that we had during the Navaratri celebration, because for me that was my first celebration, and we managed in little time to do something wonderful, beautiful, with people coming from all courses of life, from different countries, and that was really amazing. And now I will become a Rajya Sabha member. So this entails that I will have to teach people or enrich people and cause people and defend Hinduism and speak about Swamiji and his mission, KAILASA. So I'm ready to do that. And then I will have to establish KAILASA in Benin, which is a country of my ancestors, which I'm very proud of, thanks to Swamiji. So I'm very grateful for the program, and kudos to the acharyas. You're wonderful. You rock, really, you rock. Wonderful. Thank you, Nithyananda. You're wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You rock, really.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ma Yogeshwara Jnani. And next we have Ma Niradhari. We have Ma Nitya Niradhari, who came all the way, and she had to attend the program with the translation. That's even more inspiring whenever I see that, because you throughout attend all the programs, all the sessions, and you attended through the translation. Go ahead, Ma.
Je regarde. Nithyanandam, Nithyanandam à tous. Je m'appelle Manitya Niradhari, je suis de la Guadeloupe. La Guadeloupe, c'est une île, au sud de Saint-Kitts. Je vais vous parler brièvement, avant de vous parler de PSS, de ma rencontre avec Swamiji.
Nithyananda, my name is Mani Niradhari. I come from Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe is located on the south of St. Kitts.
Alors, ma rencontre avec Swamiji, en fait, pour moi, cette rencontre, elle est très importante. J'étais atteinte d'une pathologie cardiaque, opérée de 2 fois du cœur. Et en fait, les médecins étaient un peu désolés parce qu'ils n'arrivaient pas à me trouver un traitement pour pouvoir me réduire mes fréquences cardiaques.
Okay. Yes, first of all, I'm going to talk to you about how I met Swamiji. I had heart issues, and I had been I was operated two times, and the doctors couldn't find a way to stabilize the beating of my heart.
Alors, en fait, ma pathologie cardiaque, c'est que mon cœur s'emballait au moins à 240 de pulsations. En fait, avec les pulsations, j'étais obligée de à chaque fois, partir aux urgences pour pouvoir me faire diminuer ces fréquences cardiaques que j'avais.
Okay, my heart was beating very fast. 240 beats per minute, and because of that, I had to go very often to the hospital because they couldn't stabilize me.
Alors, les médecins, en fait, étaient désolés parce qu'ils n'arrivaient pas à me trouver un traitement, ils avaient prévu de me poser un pacemaker parce qu'ils me disent que c'était la seule solution. Si on ne me pose pas un pacemaker, un jour que ce sera la fin pour moi.
So the doctors were very sorry for me because they couldn't stabilize me, and they thought about putting a pacemaker. Otherwise, they fear that I could die unexpectedly.
Et c'est de là, en fait, j'ai refusé ce pacemaker et j'ai rencontré un autre médecin qui m'a dit qu'il y a un maître spirituel qui arrive en Guadeloupe, d'aller le voir.
And then I decided not to accept having a pacemaker put into my heart. And actually, this is when I met a doctor who actually told me that there was a spiritual master coming to Guadeloupe.
En fait, donc, Swamiji est arrivé en Guadeloupe le 27 octobre. Donc, j'ai participé à tous les séminaires et il avait organisé un séminaire de 3 jours où j'ai participé.
So Swamiji arrived in Guadeloupe on the 27th of October, and he had organized a series of seminars, and I had participated in seminars organized by Swamiji.
Alors, quand j'ai participé à ce séminaire de 3 jours, il y avait des ateliers sur le rire, des ateliers sur le rire, un peu de tout. Et quand il nous a demandé de faire un atelier pour courir avec les yeux bandés pendant 21 minutes, que j'ai fait.
Okay, actually, that was a 3-day seminar, and they had workshop on laughter, and there was also a workshop on what? On running for 21 minutes. For 21 minutes with our eyes closed.
Alors donc, j'ai fait cet atelier pendant 21 minutes. Je me suis mise à courir, marcher. Et à la fin, je n'ai rien ressenti, plus de pulsation, plus rien.
Okay, so I did run for 21 minutes. At the end, I couldn't feel, I didn't have any problems walking or breathing.
Alors en fait, moi, j'étais étonnée de voir ce qui m'arrivait. Et depuis, en fait, j'ai retrouvé à peu près une vie normale avec Swamiji.
And I was puzzled to see what was happening to me. And since then, I could continue my life without any problems.
En fait, j'y vais brièvement, mais il y a beaucoup de choses qui se sont passées, mais je ne peux pas m'étaler. Alors donc, Swamiji, en fait, il m'a dit qu'il m'avait guéri de tous mes problèmes cardiaques, mais la seule chose, il n'est pas médecin, donc je ne dois pas arrêter mon traitement médical.
So Swamiji told her that he had cured her, but he told her also that he cannot tell her to stop taking her medicines for her heart problems.
Voilà. Et après, un deuxième volet, c'est que à cause de mes pathologies cardiaques, j'ai fait une dépression. Et Swamiji avait organisé aussi un jeûne de 21 jours que j'ai participé.
And because of my heart issues, I went into a deep depression, and then I followed a fast for 21-day fast.
Alors, j'ai fait ce jeûne et au bout de 10 jours, c'était un jeûne de 21 jours, je prenais des médicaments qu'on appelle les anxiolytiques pour la dépression. Eh bien, le 10e jour, je suis arrivée chez moi, j'ai regardé le flacon et j'ai dit, ça y est, c'est fini. J'ai jeté le flacon et ma dépression était finie.
Okay, so actually on the 10th day, she went home and she was looking at the pills that she was taking because of her anxiety and depression, and she told herself, I'm not going to take them any longer.
Voilà, en fait, Swamiji est dans ma vie. Je remercie Swamiji infiniment. Et aujourd'hui, je tiens à signaler, aujourd'hui, 1er novembre, c'est un grand jour pour moi parce que Swamiji est arrivé le 27 octobre en Guadeloupe. Le 1er novembre 2005, j'étais en présence de Swamiji, en présentiel, où il m'a donné mon nom spirituel. Alors pour moi, aujourd'hui, c'est quelque chose de mémorable. Alors, en 2005, j'étais en Guadeloupe avec lui et aujourd'hui, je me retrouve ici en séminaire à Saint-Kitts. Voilà.
I'm extremely grateful to Swamiji because it's been now, today it's the 1st November, and on the 1st of November in 2005, Swamiji gave me my spiritual name, and for that, I'm very grateful to Swamiji.
Alors, tout ce que je peux dire, en fait, ce PSS, je remercie aussi Swamiji.
Wow, 20 years,
je peux
being
dire, en
20
fait,
years
PSS,
connected to Swamiji
je remercie
for 20 years.
Swamiji d'avoir-
And you're here exactly 20 years before on this day you connected to Swamiji and you're here 20 years later having this amazing experience. That itself is so beautiful for me.
Oui, Swamiji est entré dans ma vie et je pense que c'est grâce à Swamiji que je suis en vie. Donc, je ne peux pas l'abandonner. Je suis avec Swamiji et je recommande tous les gens, tout le monde de faire confiance parce que Swamiji est un avatar. Il est venu sur cette terre pour pouvoir soigner les gens, pour pouvoir nous libérer.
Okay, and actually I have to tell everybody that Swamiji is an avatar and he came on earth to cure us, to liberate us, and for that, I'm extremely grateful to Swamiji.
Et comment dirais-je, PSS aussi, merci parce que c'est un PSS qui fait un enseignement gratuit où il donne de l'alimentation, il nourrit gratuitement. Swamiji a déjà fait tellement de choses pour le monde, il n'y a pas de nom pour pouvoir le remercier. Alors, tout ce que je peux dire, c'est que tout le monde devait faire ce PSS parce que ce PSS est très puissant. Il y a des darshans qui sont très puissants. Ça vous traverse le corps. Et quand vous sortez de là, vous vous sentez, vous êtes un autre individu, une autre personne.
So I would advise everybody to attend PSS. We experience lots of darshans, initiations, and when you come out of PSS, you're just another being.
Donc, j'ai fait, comment dirais-je, il y a la méditation, il y a le yoga, il y a la complétion, et j'ai eu des percées au niveau du yoga. Quand je suis arrivée ici, j'étais courbée, je marchais courbée, et là, voilà, je pars avec un alignement, le dos bien droit, mais ma colonne a retrouvé son élasticité.
Okay. I had lots of breakthroughs, especially with yoga. When I came here, I was walking and my back was hunched, and now sorry, yes, my spinal cord is upward, and I can walk. I can walk and be balanced, and that's it.
Donc, bon, ben voilà, je ne vais pas être trop long pour pouvoir laisser la place aux autres, mais je recommande à tous les participants qui sont là, vous êtes là pour un programme, oubliez tous les pensées, ouvrez-vous, faites un clutch et laissez-vous traverser, laissez-vous pénétrer par l'énergie de Swamiji qui vous aide à éliminer et vous délivrer de tous vos obstacles et avoir une vie meilleure.
Okay, so I would advise everybody to attending this program to come and clutch, to take advantage of the program and to allow Swamiji and the initiation to work in you.
Je remercie Swamiji. Swamiji est dans ma vie, je ne peux pas faire autrement, il est dans ma vie. Donc voilà.
I thank Swamiji is in my life and I cannot do otherwise.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing so beautifully. Wonderful, Ma Niradhari. Wonderful and so nice to see that knowing Swamiji from 2005, over 20 years, and you're here and you've experienced so many breakthroughs. Thank you so much, Ma. Yes. And next we have Ma Kamantika Shakti. Nithyanandam, Ma Kamantika Shakti.
Nithyanandam, everybody. My name is Makamantika Shakti. I come from Guadeloupe. I first met Nithyananda Yoga in 2017 with Olivier Sahai. And through him, I was able to meet Swamiji for my first initiation. I then followed the Paramashivam 1, 2, and 3 programs. And now, I am going to share with you what I experienced during the PSS program. This program was a deeply enriching experience on several levels. In terms of completion, the session allowed me to deepen my understanding and practice. I learned to go further in the essential process, integrating new ways of experiencing it in my daily life. Yoga practice also played a major role. I had the opportunity to practice every day, experience real breakthroughs, and discover rope yoga. I was particularly inspired by the magnificent poses performed by our rope yogis. Spiritually, I have made joyful progress in the practice of Guru Puja and had the wonderful opportunity to discover Shiva Puja live in practice. The manifestation of power that followed the puja was a powerful moment. I was very happy to be able to manifest several times, particularly in the area of body scanning and in finding the meaning of certain dates. I also began practicing cousin, a demanding practice that encourages one to surpass oneself. I feel that little by little, I will become more and more comfortable with this transformative experience. We also discussed the organization of KAILASA and understood the importance of the Rajya Sabha in the structure of its inspiring community. Finally, the highlight of the program was, with no doubt, Swamiji's interventions, his satsang, his blessing, and his living presence. I had a wonderful experience within the international community. The Diwali celebration offered to Swamiji was a moment of rock, sharing, and unity beyond our cultural differences. A huge thank you to Swamiji for this wonderful program and for all the blessing received. Thank you all. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, the Acharya. Gratitude, Swamiji.
Thank you, Ma.
the
Thank you so
Acharya.
much. Thank you so much.
Gratitude.
Ma Kamantika Shaktini, you being here. I know how many PSMs you attended and finally you manifesting here. The whole thing is so beautiful. So thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming up and sharing. Yes. And next we have all the participants from the Chinese world. We have many participants who are also here. We have Ma Dong Keeping, who is here to share. Ma Dong Keeping, Nithyanandam. She has had an amazing miracle and a beautiful story to share with us all. Ma Dong Keeping, go ahead, Ma.
你想来了吗？
Ma Nyanamaya, please come forward for answer.
好了吗？大家好，我的名字叫 Mayu Gadar Sakti， 我来自中国，我是 PSS 第11期的学员，我想给大家分享一下我在课程中的收获。好的，老师你翻译一下。
Everyone, my name is Yogendra Shakti, and I'm from China. And I'm a participant of the PSS program 11 batch. And I would like to share my gains from this program.
这里的瑜伽真的很棒，在过去的40年，我从来没有学习过瑜伽，在这里的瑜伽课我都准时参加，我突破了一个又一个体式，我看到了自己有太多的可能性，所以瑜伽会是我的终身伴侣。
The yoga of the program is truly amazing. I have never practiced yoga in the past 40 years, but during the program, I attended every yoga session on time and broke through one asana after another. I discovered so many possibilities within myself. Yoga has become my lifelong companion.
在课程进行到20多天的时候，我的母亲突然生病了，住进了重症监护室，情况很危急。我的家人不停地催我立即回国，那个时候我真的很煎熬，根本无法正常上课。
Around the 20th day of the program, my mother suddenly fell critically ill, and she was admitted to the ICU. The situation was very serious, and my family kept urging me to return to China immediately. I was truly tormented during that time and couldn't focus on the program normally.
我一边期待自己能上完 PSS 的课程，一边又期待母亲的病能好。我不知道我该怎么办，我只有向史瓦米吉请求。史瓦米吉说他会照料并治愈我的母亲。第二天，我联系我的家人，我的母亲以奇迹般的活过来了，而且当天早上就从 ICU 病房转到了普通病房，至今生命体征平稳，很快就可以出院了。
So on one hand, I hope to complete the PSS program, and on the other hand, I prayed for my mother's recovery to Swamiji. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to Swamiji for help. Swamiji said he would take care of her and heal her. The next day, when I contacted my family, I learned that my mother had miraculously survived. That very morning, she was transferred from the ICU to a general ward, and her condition has remained stable ever since. She will be discharged soon.
Wow, this is literally what it means. Literally what it means. Whenever you choose Swamiji, every time, and it's so touching to hear this. I'm so happy, and I really feel that the way how just that one prayer, and that most important thing is, I remember how there was so much of, naturally, when understandably your mom was in the ICU, and the kind of that situation anyone would have been through at that moment. But the beauty was you came and you said, no, I'll ask Swamiji, he will take care. And he did, indeed. He took care much more than anyone else could have. So that is so beautiful, Ma. Go.
继续吗？所以我现在在这里与大家一起上 PSS 第12期的课程，这一切都是史瓦米吉给的经典，我无比感恩史瓦米吉给我这么珍贵的礼物。我的分享完毕，谢谢大家。
So that is why I am still here today, continuing with all of you in PSS batch 12. And all of this is a grace bestowed by Swamiji. And I am immensely grateful to Swamiji for this precious gift. That is all for my sharing. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Continuing your journey in the next PSS also.
Thank you.
Yes, Ma Yogatma Swarup. please come forward. Thank you so much, Ma Dongji Ping, Ma Yogendra Shakti. Thank you so much.
好，谢谢。
Next, we have Ma Yogatma Swarupini Nithyanandamma.
Nithyanandam. My name is Nitya Yogama Swarupini. Yes. 好，我要分享一下，就是我非常感谢这次参加圣济慈的课程，就是在瑜伽中，我就感受到我充分体验，就是我的身体就是筋骨，然后还有就筋骨的柔软跟身体的那个肌肉强度，然后还有意识上就是要必须保持非常的专注，然后才可以就是全身心的合一，然后去完成就是神瑜伽的这个动作。
我来。Nithyanandam, my name is Nitya Yogatma Swarupini. I am deeply grateful for attending the PSS program in St. Kitts. Through rope yoga, I truly experienced that beyond flexibility of the joints and muscles, and the practice also requires physical strength and a high level of mental focus, a complete union of body, mind, and consciousness.
然后当我就是早上做瑜伽的时候，我就非常可以感受到，就是我必须在就是自己最大的强度上去做每一个体式。然后就当我这么做的时候，我就会发现那个动作它会延伸的很快，然后会很快的就让那个位置松开，然后我就会发现那个就是那个不圆满的空间，就不圆满的地方，它就会瞬间被打开了。然后先翻译到这。
Okay, when I practiced morning yoga, I could feel myself becoming deeply focused. I pushed myself to practice at my highest capacity. And when my body and mind worked together to go beyond my limits, I could feel the movement extending and then gradually releasing. And it was truly magical. It felt like a blocked water pipe suddenly clearing, allowing energy to flow freely again.
然后在圆满环节，就是我常常在家里做圆满，然后但是在家里做的时候，你就会觉得只能做几件事情，然后你也只想得到几件事，然后但是在这边课程中，就是他会用不同的角度跟维度层次去看待我，就是我们所经历的不圆满，然后那些事件就会从各种不同的角度中，就是会从不同方面涌出来，就是让我看见的那些不圆满是我之前都没看到的，所以在这过程就是我觉得可以很从各种角度去看待这个不圆满的时候，我就会更容易释放掉当时的那个不圆满，然后那个不圆满一发生，那个眼泪其实就跟用喷的一样，像水龙头一样，就是它会一直一直的涌出来，那其实挡也挡不住这样。然后这时候我就知道，我就是卡在身体里的那些肌肉记忆，是真的全然的被释放，就是你可以很明确的确认它是真实发生，真实的正在离开我的身体。
The completion process was also one of the biggest breakthroughs for me this time. Normally, when I do completion at home, only a few memories come to mind. But in the program, by observing my incompletions from different angles and dimensions, many more surfaced. I began to see clearly all the layers of incompletions within me. As I kept writing and revisiting, reliving those experiences from new perspectives, I discovered hidden incompletions that I had never realized before. My body naturally began to release. Tears flowed uncontrollably, like turning on a faucet. At that moment, I knew that the muscle memories stored in my body were being released. After reliving those moments, I could clearly feel that I was truly complete and those past incidents were leaving me.
然后最后很神奇的就是每个环节我都可以感受到圆满的空间存在。然后有一次就是索阿米姐就是亲自带着我做铺甲，然后那一次我真的感受到跟神合一的状态，就是那个空间我非常难形容，但是整个人是非常舒服的。然后结束的时候，就是我没有办法确信那个人是我，因为我很确信那个人不是我啦，因为就是我不可能会坐在那边坐得很正很直，然后从头到尾体式都是很完整的去做完它，因为我一定会动来动去。但是那一次我就可以全然的1个小时，甚至1个半小时都可以很正确的姿势做完。然后做完之后，我整个人大哭跟爆哭，然后我就可以很明确，其实当下就是我跟神合一了，也这样当。
It's truly amazing. Every part of the program made me feel that deep healing was happening within me. During one of the puja led by Swamiji, I could feel my entire body merging with the divine. The space and the energy I experienced were beyond words. I was completely immersed in that sacred presence, feeling like an incredible sense of peace and comfort. After the puja ended, I could hardly believe it was really me because I normally wouldn't be able to sit so straight and still throughout the whole ritual. At that moment, I knew it was a divine guiding me into a profound state of meditation. And thank you so much. That's all I want to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Nityananda.
Nityanandamma, thank you so much. And most importantly, my Yogatma Surupini, don't forget the kind of breakthroughs in yoga that you had and how you had organized the whole yoga performance darbar, each of it. See, the more your biomemory and muscle memory experiences completion, physically the breakthroughs happen. That is why you were able to perfect asanas on the Shivastamba, right? Thank you so much for beautifully coming up and sharing, Ma. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Okay, next we have George Grinberg Aya from Canada, who's here to share his experience, his journey of the program, and how, what is the way how he manifested. Actually, the way how he came to the program itself was very beautiful, and the whole experience that he manifested. And we also have, I think we have a few more participants who are waiting to share, but in the interest of time, I'm going to have to notify to the others that we can have your sharings another day. There are many others who are waiting. But I think now we have Mayu Lindley and George here. They can come forward and share. Mayu Lindley? Yes, please come forward. And George here. George here, come forward. See, each person's journey has been unique. And the way how George Grinberg even manifested PSS has been unique. He has been waiting for a long time and he manifested. And, that's how the whole breakthrough manifested for them. So we're going to be having George Grinberg from Canada share.
Nityanandama, everybody. This is my first PSS program, and I was introduced to Swamiji 2019. Just to give you a basic overview, I've been into the seeking of the divine arts for over 30 years, especially in Kabbalah and other Eastern mystical system. In 2019, when I got introduced to Swamiji, for me, this is it. This is the ultimate system. It's like the graduating stage if you're a true seeker. What I really want to say about this program is this is something very, very special. No matter who you hear it from or what you get out of it, it will always touch you in a very deep way. If you're into, let's take satsangs, or if you really want to know the depth of God, like the science of God, you're going to get that from the darshans. You're going to get it from the satsangs. And it does put you into a very trance-like state of consciousness. So there's a lot for everybody. For example, if you want Hindu mysticism, you have it there. If you want Hindu history, which is so rich, so deep, it's right there. So it's a little bit for everybody. The one thing I would say is, like, if you ever get a chance to go, do not, and I mean it, do not pass on the opportunity. Like the Acharya said, I wanted to go for a long time and I just needed to get the funds. And just maybe a month ago or so, you got a hold of me, you saw me. Yeah, let's say about a month ago, a little bit more. She said, call a few people. And I say, I don't have anybody to call. My friends left me because I'm into Swamiji and stuff like that. And she still insisted I call my mom, talk to my wife. And I go, if I talk to my wife about Swamiji, I might as well get divorced, which is that's what my wife told me. Exactly. So I decided, I'm going to talk to her. And then I called my mom. And I started talking about not exactly Swamiji, but kind of making references to it. And she picked up on it and she just laughed. She laughed so much that she said, you know what? I'm going to pay for your program. And that was my breakthrough to come here. So thank you so much, Acharya. You made it happen. Swamiji made it happen. And you're the vessel to make it, to implement it. So thank you for that. And like I said, if you are a seeker of many different systems, this is just the next step to graduate. The all beautiful, the all good, and Swamiji is not just a reflection of the avatar. He is the avatar. I should say, not just a reflection of God. He's a spark of God in a human form, and you don't get that all the time. So whatever you do, highly recommend it. Take advantage out of this situation and go. I don't know how else to say it. people spoke to you about different breakthroughs, and I myself had breakthroughs and manifesting powers here and there, and I'm yet expecting even more breakthroughs. Because when you get initiated, it doesn't go away. It stays in your unconscious, in your subconscious, into your biomemory, in your muscle memory, and it manifests when you least expect it. And this is my experience on this program. First time, I will come back when I have more cash. Guarantee you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you so much. And I told you, remember, on the last day of the program, I think Daniel Gepaya, do you remember the day I spoke to you? It was in the same Zoom call that I had spoken to him. And I told him on the last day of the program, you will come and you will be sharing your breakthroughs and experiences. And here he is. And I'm hearing it. And it's so beautiful to see it because that's what Swamiji does. That's the magic. And Daniel, I'm telling you, you will have an amazing, by the end of, on the 1st of December, everybody will listen to your breakthroughs and your sharing because I know how you manifested it here. Daniel Gepaya, and you were supposed to come October, but now I'm happy you came in November and you decided. So you will see the breakthroughs that you will be manifesting in your life as well. So, okay, thank you so much, George Aya. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
very
coming
much.
up and
And
sharing.
one last thing, if Swamiji is watching this, I have so much mysticism I would just love to discuss with you. If you have a position or a job available with UAN, keep me in mind. I'm good with Kabbalah. Thank you. Thanks again, Ma,
Thank
for the
you.
most amazing
Thank-
program you hosted ever.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All gratitude to Swamiji. Next, we have Ma Yulinli, Ma Mangala Rupini. Go ahead. Mangala. Sorry, Ma Yulinli. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I think I just got confused with your names. Go ahead. Ma Yulinli, go ahead. She was waiting at the mic. I'm sorry, but then go ahead. Go ahead. Ma Yulinli, go ahead.
他先上。开始了吗？非常开心今天有这样一个分享的机会。然后我是来自中国大陆的李月玲。我来做一下我30天在圣基池线下课的突破和汇报。谢谢大家的聆听，感恩导师的指导，感恩大家的对我的关爱和服务。然后我首先觉得总的来说，我这次30天在我的行动和意识上在不断的显化，还有金钱上，尤其是在我刚来出发之前，我作为一个中国传统家庭的女性，我是一名初中的语文教师，然后我的父亲是中医，妈妈是药剂师，然后我的家庭就是父母花多少钱也特别心甘情愿，而我作为父母花钱之后就感觉总有愧疚。然后7月份我是准备来圣基次的，但是没有信心不够足，不够足强大，我就没来成。然后7月份我爸做了一个2/3胃切除的手术，加大了我这次的行动力。我觉得只有父母觉醒了、开悟了，孩子才会更加的成长得更加好。我不想走我父母的那个传统的意识和老路，所以我就参加了学术的课之后，然后许了愿要显化前来到线下课，然后我又参加了师父当下的答显，第2天我就显化了6万块钱。然后第一笔钱3万块钱是因为我比较能花钱，然后把钱交给我先生保管，然后在晚上我做瑜伽兴奋的过程中闹腾的一晚上没让我先生睡好觉，然后我先生实在忍不住了，说行了，把你那3万块钱给你用去吧。
我兴奋的睡不着，他也不让他好好睡。然后呢，下了这个决心之后，我又跟我妈妈说了一下，我妈不愿意给我钱，说是你女儿要就给。我说是我女儿要，我撒了个善意的谎言。然后我还是觉得再要显化一笔，然后去找了一下我大姨，我大姨还非常开心的，拿给我了。然后我带着开心、快乐和兴奋，一天一晚上就显化6万块钱，我就来了。因为我家是有钱的，我的钱是准备给我女儿去意大利读研，所以没有在我自己身上花的还是比较少一点。我这次花4/4的飞机票钱，当时涨了9000，然后我说9000我就不去了。然后我的关怀人非常玄明，非常的智慧，说你要在金钱上有一个很大的突破，不要在金钱上怕花钱而恐惧。然后我说一跺脚，我说我就要去，多少钱我也要去，因为我7月份没来，那我这一次不能再错过了，所以我就抓紧时间找我那个买飞机票的那个朋友给我买了飞机票，然后在上海飞机票在上海登上法国的航空公司的航班的时候，我就又显化了9000块钱。我一看师傅，我就又显化了9000块钱。我一看师傅，
but she's sharing it with so many expressions,
当你的频率和
so much of excitement to show you translate what she's sharing.
借助
So we all cannot understand.
的各种方式来给我显化丰盛，所以我觉得我就是想要啥就来啥，所以我一路好开心啊！然后第二点我要显化的是我在学习瑜伽的过程中的一些突破。好，那你
导师说让我翻译一下。
好，翻译吧。
Nithyananda, my name is Yueling Li. I'm from China. I'm very honored to be invited here to share all my experience and breakthroughs during the PSS program. So first, wealth manifestation. Before my departure from China, I have never spent over 10,000 Chinese RMB on myself at once. This time when I decided to buy a plane ticket on December 24th, I spent 34K RMB for myself and made a big breakthrough. When I decided to come to the Caribbean this time, the airfare increased by over 9,000 RMB. Just as I had no intention of attending the program, I gave up this opportunity for spiritual growth. But thanks to my causa, Nada Yoga, positive and powerful guidance, she firmly said you need to go through the fear of spending a lot of money for yourself at once. Enhance your sense of worth. So I stomped my foot and made a decision. It's just over 9,000 RMB, and I'm determined to go to off this program no matter how much it costs. Unexpectedly, before boarding Air France at Shanghai airport, I had already earned over 9,000 RMB in manifesting income. So wow, when I made the right decision and decisive decision, Swamiji and the universe praised me, rewarded me.
好，第二点，我分享一下我在练习瑜伽的过程中的一些深层次的改变。因为我在来之前，我浑身是，好多地方疼痛，最疼的就是这个胳膊，然后带着这种疼痛，我继续一天也没落的坚持练习瑜伽。每一个动作我都能尽力的跟着导师的动作做。实在是疼或者不行的时候，我就可以缓一下，让自己的身体轻松下来。但是我没有停过一次，所以奇迹就发生了，几乎每天都会有新的突破。双盘我也会了，然后腰也可以下了。最明显的就是尤其在检验自己前一阶段瑜伽做的这个效果的时候，就是我在神瑜伽和助瑜伽的体验过程。第一天和第二天，我是感觉自己有点恐惧吧，不敢上， 只是观察，静静的看更多的伙伴去上绳子和柱子。但到第3天，我看到好多几乎90%多的伙伴都上去了，我相信我也能上去，我就一下就给上去了，绳子就爬了2、3步嘛。然后我爬的时候，我这胳膊往上一举一拉，我这胳膊哈嘎一声，然后以前摔过一跤，杵的这个手，这胳膊窝回去，这个就给舒展了。然后那个到住瑜伽的时候，我说妈呀，那么高的柱子，我怎么能爬上去呢？但我今天相信我能爬上去，结果我就给爬上去，爬到就像一只猴子一样，哧溜哧溜2下就给爬上去了。也非常感恩协助我的教练，还有那些永言呀，还有我的伙伴李军、李彦峰啊，他们在下面守护着我。我觉得他们在下面就给了我信心。我也首先要相信自己，其次相信伙伴，然后我就爬到点儿了。爬到点儿，然后我用我这个胸部顶了一下这个瑜伽柱的柱瑜伽的顶部。我的胸这个肋骨嘎嘣一声，哎呦，我的嘎嘣，我的肋骨外翻，以前这儿好宽呢，穿衣服老觉得这儿咋这么不好看啊？然后这次我发现，哗一下我的那个合回去了，这是我非常开心。然后我的整个身体的骨头全部被这个瑜伽给正位了。原来都是歪瓜裂枣。第3点我要分享的就是我们在课间休息的时候，大家开心的蹦蹦跳跳的，然后我就也跟着跳。以前我有下面生完女儿有漏尿，我有下面生完女儿有漏尿。
And summarize, so we're all also caught up. And yes, let's also, I know she's sharing with a lot of excitement, but I think it's in the interest of time for all the participants, let's keep it a little short. Go ahead, Ma. Please summarize what she shared so far. I'm excited to see all her expressions and intensity with which she shared. Please.
So next, I want to share about my breakthrough in yoga. So at the beginning, every day I was carrying lots of pain following the asanas, the practice. But all this I got reward. Suddenly I do not feel pain anymore and practice happily like this. And suddenly one day I realized, wow, I feel like as light as a swallow. After practicing for 20 days, I found that the muffin top around my waist, which had been there for 50 years, had disappeared. On the first day of practicing rope yoga and pole
Wow.
yoga, first day of practicing rope yoga and pole
Wow. So beautiful.
非常感谢大家。
Mayulin Lee.
非常感谢大家。最后一点我要分享的就是，我的那个骨盆前倾也正位了，腰上的那个游泳圈也没了。这是我多少年的那个渴求呀！所以从此开始，我要成为一名瑜伽师。我原来教的是语文，我未来要教瑜伽。然后在生活中不断践行师父教导我们的这些，把修行和开悟生活化，为全世界、全人类的和平和灵性的成长，过上灵性的生活，发挥自己的力量和潜能。谢谢大家的聆听 ，Thank you very much， 谢谢导师，谢谢大家。
So
Thank you so much, Ma.
So actually, I just want to summarize that because of yoga, my lumbar spine straightened naturally. The pelvic tilt that has lasted for over 20 years has also returned to its original state. And my belly has become smaller and softer. The excess flesh on my waist had also disappeared. So thank you so much for Swamiji's healing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. I know, sorry, Ma Mangala Yogini. I know there are a few more of you that are waiting, but I would have to tell here that we have to wrap up because it's getting late. And also many of you, all of you are staying back here. All of you are going to be staying back here for the next batch. I know we're going to be having more sharing. Surely we'll be organizing more further. There are still so many of them waiting to share, but in the interest of time, I'm going to have to wrap up now. Now we will be concluding the program. To all the PSS 11 participants, thank you so much for being here, and all of you are only beginning your journey now. So Yoga Shakti Swarupanaya, all the whole team that is here, you're all only starting your journey now. It was wonderful to have you all here. And PSS 12, welcome. Welcome to this batch and every one of you that are staying back. We thank all of you for being here. And this brings us out to the conclusion of the 11th season of Paramashivasena program and also the conclusion of our day today. Let us all offer our gratitude to Swamiji and conclude with Purna Mantra. Tomorrow the day will start at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 a.m. St. Kitts time also for all of you with yoga. We request you all to be there and we will be starting our day. And let's all offer our gratitude to Swamiji and conclude with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Thank you so much. It was wonderful to have you all batch 11 participants. Let's stay in touch. We are going to continue. Tomorrow, Rajya Sabha meeting, let's meet. Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam.